So this is a pretty a rather suggestive situation or discussion. It's whether it or not, like when, like if you consider a move cheap or a move is considered cheap throughout everyone, when is the right time to use that move? Now, one of the moves that I want to talk about is Punisher Drive. All right. Now we all know how Punisher Drive is. That shit, it hits you even though you're not there. It tracks you out the ass, and the last hit stuns you for no fucking reason. So the thing is about that move, I don't have a problem with you using that move as long as you're like not using it like a fucking bitch. All right. Basically, there's ways to use moves and there's ways to abuse it. If you're just using it, like actually comboing it, like hit me a couple times or launch me away, and then like as soon as you get behind me, then use it. All right, that's all right because you're comboing it. All right. But if you're just using that shit as an evasive because you know you can abuse it like that, and you know that's how the move works, and even if I can evade the move, I still can't catch you and punish you. So basically, yeah, an evasive, kind of like using it like after image. Well, then yeah, that's a problem. Like, kind of like in Xenoverse 1, I said numerous amount of times, I don't have a problem with you using Evil Rise Strike as long as you combo the shit. But if you're just gonna use it because you know you can abuse it like it's a after image or Phantom Fist or something like that, then get the fuck out of here. Same thing for Pearl Flash. If you combo it, all right, like there's a difference between using it like if you use it like an evasive or sort of kind of like a to cover your mistake, kind of like that, like once or twice, then all right. But if you're just gonna do it the whole fucking game like it's some type of counter move, then no, stop. That's not how the move is supposed to be. Anything with invincibility frames, I don't know why they would put that in. I think they should take it out. Kind of like back hits, you know. That's a topic for another video. But to use cheat moves, when is it the right time? Or cheap strategies in general, okay? Like if you're thinking somebody is doing something cheap or like not just annoying, all right? There's a difference between annoying and cheap. Annoying is some shit that you know you can get around, but you just don't really feel like it because you're just trying to play the game. And cheap is like, it's like fucking abusing bugs, abusing something like that, all right? And that can be annoying too, all right? So if you know someone's abusing something or playing cheap, then yeah, in a sense, I guess you could counter that shit with your shit. If you actually feel like they're playing like that and you really want to play like that just to prove a point, then yeah, sure. Because I know sometimes I do it. Somebody's playing cheap, somebody's constantly spamming and Punisher Drive. All right, that's a bet. Don't worry about it. I just fucking spam Justice Combination. Don't fucking try to. And if they have a problem with it and they ask me why I'm spamming Justice Combination, I just tell them this thing. I just tell them I'm balancing the equation. Or what Dino says, I'm evening out the damage. That's basically it. Because if you think constantly using Punisher Drive 10 times a match or 20 times a match is okay, then I'm allowed to use Justice Combination about 3 to 4 times a game, right? Even with 100 strike, right? That's balancing out the damage pretty much. And then those same people would have a problem with it. Well, I'm like, if you stop spamming Punisher Drive, then I won't do Justice Combination anymore. As simple as that. But then this is the thing that gets them, all right? They got to argue you down because they think they're right. So they got to say, oh, well, but nothing's wrong with Punisher Drive. I'm like, nothing's wrong with Justice Combination. It only does a bunch of damage to the last hit. It gives you advantage. It gives you a chance to get out of it. And then they hit you with some stupid shit, but it's an ultimate. I'm like, Punisher Drive might as well be an ultimate. It connects any move. And it has invincibility frames. And you can control it like, shit, is it? I don't know what I can compare. It's like, what did I say before? Punisher Drive is like Pearl Flash and Evil Rise and Phantom Fist put together, alright? If you go anywhere near it, you're going to get hit. If you try to evade it, then yeah, you'll evade it, but they can't be punished. Basically the same recovery frames as Pearl Flash from Xeno 1. But fortunately, Pearl Flash got patched. Well, not necessarily patched. It got fixed to where you can't really recover from it that fast. So even if you do spam it, it's really easy to punish. So that's the thing, all right? If you two, like, if someone can't agree, or you and the person you're fighting can't agree that one or the other is doing something cheap and to stop whichever one, whoever started it first, just to stop, and y'all can't agree on that, then y'all just can't fight. Y'all just, if it's really taking the fun out of the game that much, I know if I'm not having fun fighting somebody, then I'm gonna just leave. But trust assured, that's really gonna start talking shit and start feeling themselves. Well, you're damn right. I'll just balance out the equation, like I said, like even out the damage. Simple as that. But I don't really like to come to that mostly because look at my movesets. My movesets is nothing really to spam about. you can't really spam. You can't really spam with it. All right, I got final cannon on some presets. I got fucking half of the DLC hits moves. They do no damage at all. They're basically just combo finishes. And considering I only have like 11 basic attack now, that's just from the recent update to get us to 85. Considering all that, I really don't do any damage with that preset, and that's just for a majority of my presets too. Now I do have one preset that can be annoying. It's the one with Shining Slash, because you know, launch them away, Shining Slash, can't evade. Fuck off with that shit. Takes away like a quarter of your health. You can do it twice in a row. You know, that shit can be really annoying. There's a difference, like I said, like you can combo the move, but the fact that it's pretty much, unless you're on good connection, you can't really evade from it. Yeah, I guess you can say that's cheap, but that's really, considering the connection is really good. Yeah, I consider that move. There's no really way to balance it unless you only use it, kind of like Dragon Fist, if you only use it when they're out of stamina or some other shit like that. But yeah, the thing is, using moves that you can consider cheap or is considered cheap, or strategies, when you know someone else is doing something cheap, if they don't consider, like, here's the thing, if they don't consider anything in the game cheap, the person you're fighting, they're doing some cheap shit, like constantly doing backing up, waiting for you to attack, all right, that's cool. Then they shouldn't mind you doing some annoying shit as well, right? Just backing up, waiting till you ahead of health, just standing on the ground, waiting for your stamina recovery to go up, wait for them to attack. Every time they try to attack you, use Punisher Drive, some shit like that, you know? Whenever they low on health, you just spam Super Key Explosion. They shouldn't have a problem with it, because they just said nothing's cheap in the game. So if they do say you're playing cheap, then they're basically just contradicting themselves 5 seconds later. And that's the thing. If you go against somebody like that and they're doing some cheap shit, then yeah, feel free to do whatever you want. If they're doing some cheap shit and they say that what you're doing is cheap, even though you know damn well what they're doing is twice as cheap and you could get even cheaper than them, but you just don't want to, then yeah, just either stop fighting them, try to convince them to stop, and you'll stop whatever you're doing, or just play cheap. It's just simple as that. Sometimes it's necessary because some people tend to feel themselves and they tend to abuse the systems in the game and the mechanics, knowing damn well they can't do shit without it, and you just gotta prove them wrong. Sometimes it takes the fun out of the game, but after you like beat that cheap person up and like they start raging and shit, yeah, it kind of feels good, because no matter what they did, no matter what they do, and they can't beat you, it's just kind of feel good, because you know you just put a cheap person to fucking sleep. You just pretty much shut him the fuck up, and if he still keep talking, it's really irrelevant, because 10 times out of 10 they probably gonna just post one win that they got on you and then talk shit or some shit else, and then you have like 10 other clips of you whipping their ass, you know, and then you got the rage messages. That's like the best part. But yeah, that's my video for today. I'm just clearing up sometimes when it's okay to use cheap moves, like comboing them, or if someone's playing cheap or some stuff like that, or cheap strategies in general. But yeah, that's my video for today, and thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later.